I am part of a consumer movement called Comicsgate. As a professional in comic books, I noticed that in the last 6 to 10 years, an influx of hostile political extremists had wormed their way into influential positions within the industry, the hobby, and the media associated with both. I grew alarmed as I witnessed the decline in sales and quality, the rise in prices, and the destruction of the retail establishment upon which all depended. Then, because of my Republican Party affiliation, these extremists came for me too. I chose to fight back. I am Comicsgate. Others have joined me and called themselves Comicsgate as well. We've been punished with blacklistings, harassment and abuse, and false, slanderous accusations of bigotry and racism. These SJWs take cover behind marginalized people in order to gain control of powerful media platforms, unless those marginalized people oppose them. This is Peter SIMETI, publisher of ALTERNA Comics Press. ALTERNA is facing the decline of the comic book industry by trying some old methods in modern times. Cheaper paper, lower prices. While Marvel Comics have cover prices of $4.99, Peter is able to make a profit selling his books for $1.50. He's also kept his ear to the ground, listening and agreeing with some Comicsgate ideas, especially with his employees' behavior on social media. He issued a statement explaining that his creators must not use blockchains, which are indiscriminate apps that block potentially thousands of Twitter users who are on the list of targeted Comicsgaters. Peter felt that his employees should use social media to sell their comics to customers, and that mass blocking potential customers would only send a harmful message that would hurt his business. This is a Comicsgate idea and principle, and the comics industry knows it. Ren, I trust you on this. Is ALTERNA Comics bad? Lots of pros follow them. They claim the comics are for everyone thing, but they seem to follow people on both sides of this graphic schism. ALTERNA's social media policy is, in my opinion, an indication that they care more about appeasing bigots and harassers than about the well-being of their creators. That makes them a shitty company in my book, and I don't buy comics from shitty companies.
Peter SIMETI is a piece of shit. Got that off my chest now, too.
Don't support white supremacists and your publishing company won't be blacklisted. Anyone that works with ALTERNA is going to be looked at suspectly now, as it's a publisher that trades in the alt-right. It's called The Truth. You can easily check. Just because I think ALTERNA supports white supremacy, alt-right, Comicsgate, whatever you want to call yourself today, doesn't equal harassment. Peter had a chance to say he didn't, and he refused. We're concerned that having to publicly explain that slurs and threats are bad will lose us business from the lucrative Twitter shithead demographic. SIMETI claims the response to his new rules drove him nearly to suicide. Certainly I don't want to see something like that happen, eh? No rational person would. But these morons think there shouldn't be a cost to bad actions and blame the people calling out his shitty policy. What company on earth do you think is going to punish an employee for using their private Twitter account to defend themselves against attacks from a hate group, other than ALTERNA Comics, I mean? Peter SIMETI responded, I'm a minority, and you've been non-stop harassing me now for nearly 14 hours, trying to get my business shut down. You've accused me of being a white supremacist, among other things. You've become what you hate, and I hope that you get the help you so desperately need. All Nazis deserve to be punched in the face. If this statement upsets you because you're concerned that you yourself will be punched in the face, please note that you can greatly reduce the risk of that happening by not acting like a fucking Nazi.
I'm still waiting for someone to show me an example of an attack on SIMETI. Every time I ask, they just show me screen caps of him complaining about being attacked.
I just had 2 guns pointed at me tonight because someone made a call to the police and gave them my address along with a falsified report. I'm shook up, but everything is okay now. I'm going to talk to the police tomorrow and see if I can find out more. According to the police, an anonymous caller pretending to be me called up and said that I had stabbed my girlfriend and that I was suicidal. They gave the cops my name and address. Just got back from meeting with the police and an investigation has been opened. As a result, I can't comment further on this situation, but I'm glad they're taking this very seriously and have been fully briefed on the extent of the matter. Thanks, everyone. None of this is funny. Anti-Comicsgate harassers, even now, are getting support from mainstream comic figures. Whoever swatted Peter SIMETI, that was attempted murder. Cooler heads need to prevail. Now.